Time for the Energy Surf Report.
Hello, welcome to my channel, Center for Balance. It's Melissa Santangelo, the Groovy Goddess. And I do a little surf energy report on my show Divine Groove on KBCZ, Boulder Creek Community Radio. And I want to start also doing it on the YouTube because I feel like the information is valid. And as a collective, the more we know about how to navigate through these energies that are happening in the world right now, the better off we're all going to be. So I'm just trying to push this information out. And so I wanted to share with you this week's Surf Energy Report. Today is October 3rd. We just started off a new month, the 10th month. 10 in numerology is all about the number, 1, right? Because we just dropped the 0. Number 1 is, the first number. It's new beginnings. It's, starting over, those kinds of things. We just ended the 9th month. The 9th month is all about endings and letting go. We just had a full moon where we, should have been letting go of things because that's what you do during full moons. But this is fall, and we are at a spring-like place. Things are blooming inside of us. New creativity, new beginnings, new projects, new ideas, new thoughts. These things are blooming and emerging just like spring. And just like spring, we should be doing clearing. I have been cleaning my closets, and this is a time to clear off your roofs and your gutters, to check and get prepared for winter, and to be prepared for, of course, any disasters that might happen as we come into earthquake season here in California. So this is a place of emerging and blooming. Pluto goes direct, while Venus on the 5th is going to go into a retrograde, and it's a retrograde into Scorpio, and this is going to happen on the 5th of October. And Scorpio is all about deaths and births, pulling the shadow self in and integrating the shadow self. Say that 10 times. Integrating that into your body to balance out the feminine and the masculine energies. So Venus is going to start her retrograde. This is all about secrets and power struggles from the past. The feminine's own primal nature is being brought up for resolution. The feminine is being pushed to reclaim her own self-power and unity of self. And are we not seeing this? I mean, if you live under a rock, I don't watch news and media and things like that, and I know about the hearings and what went on. And so if that's not showing true to what this energy is saying, it really is correlating. And I want to let you know that how I come to these energy reports is not just by what I feel, but it's what I feel. I watch many astrologers and numerology. I know a little bit about numerology and astrology. I know a little bit about the zodiac signs. So I do some research at the end of the week, and I watch several people. And if you're a subscriber on my YouTube account, you can see who I follow. So I follow a lot of these people. Gregory Scott, who's an astrologer. I have astrologer friends. Linda Masterson that I follow. And then certain articles and things happen to fall into my email or whatever. I read them and check them out. And I take all of that information along with what I feel is going on, because I am intuitive myself. And then I create these reports. So I feel like I as a collective, these reports speak for a large general public because of the way that I pull together the information. And so we're seeing that the feminine is at a struggle right now to reclaim their self-power, their unity and self. And I myself have been on this journey for a year, the journey of self-discovery and bringing myself to a place of balance. And how I'm doing that is through self-healing and self-care, and that's the business that I'm in as well, is teaching that to others. So I feel like I'm emerging. I feel like the calling that I stepped up to do 15 years ago, the time is now. So what I'm doing is of importance to get this information out to people. It's just like knowing the weather report. If you know the energies, you can navigate through. If you know that things are in retrograde, the planets are in retrograde, and it's going to be hard for communication, you may put off having that hard communication with somebody until maybe the following week. You know, I'm not saying to live strictly by what the energy is, but it just gives you, you know, do I take a raincoat and umbrella? You know, how hard is this week going to be on me? You know, are emotions going to come up this week that I have to really look at? And that's the thing too. We're being challenged right now to learn about how we view love, especially self-love. This is a very challenging time for that. We're starting to realize how we look at ourselves directly affects how we are in relationship. So if you're getting into relationship after relationship after relationship and they're failing, and it seems to be this pattern, and we're always blaming the other person, maybe it's not the other person. Maybe it's how you're showing up in how you show up in the relationship is going to affect the relationship. So if you have healed and done a lot of self-healing and feel like you're in unity with yourself, then you're going to show up in relationship in a really good place. And you might really have a chance to be with that person for 30 years and have a real love, deep, wonderful foundation with somebody. But if you're showing up in relationship wanting to hurry it, wanting to almost be desperate, I'm seeing this in a lot of men that are approaching me. I'm seeing almost this desperate, you know, I want to meet the one. Are you the one? I can't be friends with you unless you're the one. And, you know, or on a first date, I had an experience where the person wanted me to meet their family. And, you know, it was just too much of, oh my goodness, this is a little needy and desperate. Whereas maybe 10 years ago, I might have thought that was love, right? So we're starting to realize that we need to show up for ourselves first, and then we can be in a relationship and show up with the other person. And this is why Venus is going retrograde, for us to learn that, to look at it. So it is a really good time for self-care, to really look at your emotions, your mental state, your physical body, to clean up, to clear out, you know, whatever is challenging you at this time that's showing up. It is with courage to walk through it rather than be in fear and deny it anymore. This is the best time for challenging things. It's the best time to work on your own healing for yourself, your emotions and how you view yourself, your childhood traumas, your past loves. We are now set with a unique opportunity to clean up old missed wrongs. So if you feel like, wow, I really should have done this back then. I really wish I would have said that. I really wish I wouldn't have acted in this way. Forgive yourself. Forgive the other person. Move on. Try to move forward. This is a perfect time. If you focus on trying to correct something that you wish didn't go the way it did, or if you want to stop a pattern, this is the perfect time right now to do that. Know that if you try, if you work on it, you will succeed. And I think people knowing that they're going to succeed helps them to actually want to do it, you know, because that's the fear that holds us back, is that we're going to be a failure at it. When knowing that the energy is perfect timing for you to succeed at what it is you want to change, then that gives people motivation. So that is another reason why I'm doing this video and putting this out there. Please share this with people, because I feel like the information really could motivate somebody to move forward with something that needs to be healed that's coming up, especially when you know that you're going to succeed, because you will succeed. The energy is perfect for it right now. We are now set. We are now set to fully unite with love. And how you do that is to fully unite with yourself. So how do you do that? How do you start doing that? Be kinder to yourself. Don't overfill your schedule with things to do. Don't feel bad about saying, you know, I really don't want to do that. Be truthful with people. Speak your truth. Start to just do little things to give yourself a break. And then give yourself a break. You know? Lounge today for a little bit. Do some yoga. Do some breathing. You know? Laugh and have fun. All right, so this is your energy surf report. So get on that surfboard. Get through this retrograde with the intention of cleaning and clearing up any energy as you ride this wave through the Venus retrograde. Happy birthday, Libras, and I hope you all have a wonderful October. I don't know if I'm going to do this weekly. Probably weekly, because I do it weekly for my radio show. So we'll see what next week brings. All right, like, share, subscribe. Namaste.
Join and follow the Groovy Goddess journey and find where it leads you. We will search for our own authentic self